Can we predict our future? Every one of us are very eager to know about our future because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. But we are not showing much interest to know about our past because we know what happened to us. But we don't bother about even the present, what is happening to us now. Always thinking about the past sometimes or the future mostly. Before we get to know what will happen tomorrow or to know about the future, we must know what is future first. What is happening to us now is called present. This is our present moment. So this present becomes past after 1 second. Now this is past. So now this moment is present, and before this, these all are called future. And this is present, this is future, and whatever happened so far is past. So this present is now decides, or that gives us all these pasts. No, that was already present. Now that became past. Now when this moves here, again this future becomes present after 1 second. So when it moves, then all becomes present only. But until that becomes present, it was future. And whatever passed through present, that becomes past. So actually we think that we are moving from past to present and then future, but actually it is not. We exist as it is. There's no change in us. When time goes, that we think whatever happened to us, that becomes past, and then whatever happening to us is now present, and then whatever is going to happen, it will be future. So that future and the past came from the present. So this makes this or this present gives this one, and the same present is going to give again the future. When time moves, we think that we are moving towards the past, present and the future. But actually it is not. Then when we are in a vehicle, we usually think that the surrounding, if you are a small child, then we will think that fences along the road or the walls along the road, the houses along the road, shopping complexes along the road, and all the trees along the road are running behind, because thinking that we are staying somewhere, because we are not running, we are sitting in the vehicle only. So we feel that others are running behind. So the same manner we can think that time is running. When the time runs, then we feel that we are running from past to the future. So if we just take this example that we are going from one place to another place by a vehicle, then we are sitting in the car and going from one place to the another place, and on the way, on the road, then we see many trees and shops and houses and varieties of people from one place to the another place. That these are all can be comparable to our present life, and we are moving. But actually we are not moving. Our vehicle is moving. We are actually inside the car and we don't move at all. But we feel that this is passing. But that is also not moving. But we feel that it goes, and whatever we passed is past. What the road where we have passed some places, that whatever we passed, those becomes the past for us. And when we stop somewhere and see the places, that is present for us, and what we have to pass, our future. So from one place we will be thinking of the future also. Then sometimes if we don't know where to go, then we will be asking someone there and to know about what is next. So we will be thinking of the places, whether it will be same as this or will it be different. So we want to know about the future, what we don't know now, and asking even others, so what will be the next destination. Then many people may know that because if they have experience on the same road and everyone is passing through the same road, therefore they may have passed those places, then they will describe. So it will be like this, some different trees will be there, and shops and those appearance will be different, or those you can see some different, or they will say it will be similar to this place. So it may be different or almost same, but the thing is, we will be always eager to know about what is going to happen to us in future. But this can be simply predicted by looking at the present moment itself, because that present is going to give the future tomorrow. So what we are and how we are now at present is going to decide the future. Whatever the thoughts we have now at present and whatever the activities corresponding to those thoughts will decide the future. So from one day, how do you do and what do you think, those all collection of all those, the integration of all those will give you the future tomorrow. If you want to know after 5 years, then you have to integrate whatever you have in all the days that you have for 5 years in past and integrate all those things, and it will give you 5 years future. So we can mathematically formulate the future by just simply formulating or having a relationship by looking at the past and the present. We can say the future is equal to the integration of the day, whatever you have in the all every day, that day from past to present, and you have to integrate the day with respect to the thoughts that you have at present. So every moment that thoughts that we have will be changing. So accordingly, the activities also will be changing. So activities comes because of thoughts. Therefore, the activities depend on the thoughts that we have. Therefore, the thoughts as a whole is changing. It's a variable that we have. So every day in past, whatever the thoughts that determines everything, all the activities that we do every day. So if you are integrating the day with respect to the thoughts, the limitation from past to present, then it will definitely give you the future. So we can mathematically formulate these things and decide the future. The future can be determined or formulated mathematically by using the present. So if you want to know about 5 years after, then you have to take the 5 years before and integrate all those things. Definitely that will give you the 5 years future. So based on the thoughts at present I have, the next moment I determine the future. Say for example, if you want to know what I would be after 5 years, then you have to look at what you have done so far for 5 years. Have you tried to become something, or have you done any activities related to that? Then depends on the extent of activities and the thoughts that you had before 5 years will give you the same extent of the future. So you yourself can determine from your present activities about the past. Yeah, another example that if you want to know at present whether you get infected with coronavirus or not, that again depends on your present activities, what you do now. Again, in this situation, the coronavirus is spreading all over the country. So what we have to do is, everyone knows how to prevent from the infection. So if you are strictly following the preventive measures to avoid this getting infected with the viruses, that determines whether we will get infected with the virus or not. So sometimes we will be taking steps to do all the preventive measures because of our fear. Usually because of fear we get activities, and we will be always aware of those things and following strictly to avoid all those things. Same time we will be sometimes not confident enough on us, and we will be always thinking whether I may get or not. So even though you are taking preventive measures enough, you will not definitely get infected with this virus, but you will be suffering throughout until this virus issues is vanished. So the suffering only will be there because of your thoughts only, but you are not confident enough on your present activities and thoughts. Because of that you will be suffering, but you will not get infected. So if you are aware of how to avoid these things, then if you are following those instructions and following those preventive measures, then you don't need to worry about it, because you will not get infected. And if you ignore this, and if you are totally ignorant of these preventive measures and those things, then you will have chances to get infected with these viruses, because the virus is spreading all over the country. Therefore, probability is very high to get infected. So this is how, looking at the present activity and the thoughts we have, we can ourselves decide our future, what it would be, whether we will get or not. So whatever it is, we are not changing at all. We are still as it is. Whatever happened to us will be always changing based on our thoughts and activities. But still, we are the witness, and still looking at those things and passing one by one. And we are not moving. That comes and goes. We are not moving. Therefore, if we are not moving, and if we are always present at present, then there's no future, no past. If there's no future and past, we always present. From the presence, when you become present, then it decides the past and the future. Then the future and past comes. Then we will be looking at to know what will happen tomorrow and what happened to us, and those things will be ever changing. Therefore, if you want to know about your future, just look at present, how you are and how is your thoughts, and based on the thoughts, how do you act upon this environment, based on the activities, how the actions are to the world, and that gives you the future. So from these activities and thoughts, you can simply predict what you would be or what will happen to you tomorrow. Thank you.